In this last video tutorial, I'm going to talk to you about the interface, how to implement a few cool visual effects, and how to save and submit your work. So when we think back to the poster prompts, which, as a quick reminder, how lab works by bringing us together, how lab works in the classroom, how lab works during clubs and extracurriculars, and how lab works by making us feel positive. You're going to take these themes and ideas, obviously we're integrating them into this visual representation, and I know that when we're thinking about what's happening in the classroom, I want to include a few photos from the classroom. So you're more than welcome to use your own or some from my photo archive. And I've got this really nice one. So if we left click on filter and we scroll down, there's lots of really cool effects. You guys are going to experiment. I'm gonna click on hope. And when we do, we've got that kind of cool effect right there. I'm going to press Command A, Command C, and then Command V. And when we do that, we just selected everything, copied and pasted. I'm going to click this image. I'm going to drag it to the top temporarily. I'm going to go to Edit. I'm going to go to Free Transform. I'm going to hold Shift. I'm going to shrink it down a little bit. And I like it right there. I'm going to press Enter. I'm going to shift up Khalid. And I think this is a pretty cool start. In this layers palette, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to click this little icon to the left of the garbage can at the lower right hand corner. And when you select that, it's going to create a new layer. And I'm going to be writing some text. So I'm selecting the A, I'm on that new layer, and I see that the cursor has changed. So we want always to be lots of contrast when we're writing. And I'm going to type in how lab works. All right. You're going to come up with something far more creative and inspirational. And in this window, we've got lots of options. What I'm going to do right now is I'm going to change the size from 30 to 80. Great. That looks cool. I'm going to actually shift it up maybe right there. Let's make the color white. To do that, I'm going to click on the upper right hand corner, and all of a sudden it's white. And do we have any other effects? Actually, we sure do. Um, if I press OK, actually let's drop the let's change the font to something a little bit more fun. I'm going to scroll through. All right, that looks pretty cool right there. I'm going to press OK. Great. And so now if I click Layer and Layer Styles, if you scroll down a little bit, we've got a couple options. I'm going to click on the top one, Drop Shadow. That's nice. And I'm going to change the distance so it's a little bit closer. I am going to increase the opacity, which influences how much you can sort of see through this drop shadow. So it's at 90%, and I think that looks pretty cool right there. I'm going to press OK. I'm going to return to the Move tool. I'm going to take How Lab Works, and I'm going to put this right there. Nice. All right, so let's say hypothetically this was our final product, but you're going to produce something far more high quality. But right now we're going to save it. We're going to go to File, and we're going to go to Save. And what I know is that the format is JPEG. That's what we want to use for today. You could save it to your Google Drive, certainly. You could also save it to my computer, which is what I'm going to do right now. The file name is going to be Expo Day and then your name, and I'm going to press OK. And let's say I'm going to save it to my desktop. Okay, great. So now what do? How do you submit it? You're going to go to your email, and I'm going to hop out of here. I'm going to go to compose, and here's what you guys are going to do. You're going to send your email to drozdnyc.expo@blogger.com. And so I'm actually just going to highlight that, and when you do that, it's going to send it to a blog, and it's going to be published immediately. The subject you want to be your name, so I'm going to put Mr. Drozd Expo. So make sure your name is in the subject. You don't need to put anything in the body of the email. You do, of course, need to attach your image. So let's go to desktop. Let's find Expo Day, Mr. Drozd. Great. It's uploading. Beautiful. I'm going to send it to that link to drozdnyc.expo@blogger. And what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to go to this blog, and I've got two images up already. And I'm going to refresh. And great. So now we've got that one that we just created and saved. And so now when I highlight it, I can see the author or the creator. Here we've got Alice's, and here we've got Nadia's. And if I click right here, if I left click, it opens this up. And if I click once more, there we've got our final product. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I cannot wait to see your exciting representation of what makes lab work.